All right. Now, I've been wanting to get to this. Like I said, I've been in Clips land the past week. I've been in Clips land. I've been loving it. I've been enjoying and rolling in all of the cocaine and discernment. 1 second applause to me. Really enjoyed myself. And so, but the week before, I've been covering this US versus UK, whatever this is. I don't even know if this is a battle necessarily, but this conversation that it's time to settle the debate. Skepta showed up with a tweet 2 weeks ago and said, I've been wanting to clash with a US rapper. It's time to settle the debate. My British accent is terrible, but I didn't mean that disrespectfully. And all of us collectively on this side of the pond were like, what debate? Who debating over here? Who debating over here? Right? And so that led to Skepta naming a number of UK artists and matchups who he thought would be dope. And so the matchup was between Skepta and A$AP Rocky. And so Joyner Lucas comes out, posts a video of Ari Spears making fun of British rappers and their accents. And then Skepta comes back and says, listen here, I worked too hard to have Joyner Lucas disrespect me no kind of way. I thought that was so funny. 1 second applause. And so Joyner Lucas laughs it off and says, all right. So then Skepta actually drops a track. Now, someone sent me an email. No disrespect, I can't remember your name right now, but he sent me an email telling me all the things I got wrong with the Skepta, with what happened with Skepta, right? And so let's take a look at it. Let's look at all the things that I got wrong in this situation, because I think it's actually a pretty good learning thing about the UK system. So let's see everything that I got wrong when it came to what's happening here. So this came from someone named Renai Tor. Apologies on the pronunciation. It's titled Mistakes in Reacting to Skepta's Video. So let's learn what I did wrong. Dear Mr. Hunt, I've been a fan of your work since first coming across your old hip hop DX videos in 2023, and then finding and subscribing to your own channel, which at the same time seemed to be on hiatus. So I was happy that a side effect of the Like That verse is that you started to put out regular videos again. Me too. 1 second applause. I want to make clear I have immense respect for your skill as a journalist and your pioneering work to develop your own platform and others. Thank you. However, in your reaction to Skepta's Take Friendly Fire, you seem to have missed the fact that most of the track seems to have been a light jab aimed at A$AP Rocky, who Skepta is friends with, which is referenced with the Ryu and Ken line. Okay, yeah, that's a good point. Now that does line up with what Skepta said, because Skepta positioned himself against A$AP Rocky, and in the process, he also said he's going to give Joyner a few bars. So that's essentially what he did. So back to the email. Skepta had stated beforehand that he wanted to clash Rocky again, having first clashed at the Red Bull Culture Clash 2014, although possibly before that. And that was a sound clash rather than an MC versus MC clash. So I guess they wanted to settle it properly. And I saw something indicating they might have had a semi-private clash in London a few days after Skepta made the US versus UK post, although I can't find more about it. So if that happened, that would have satisfied his desire to clash Rocky again. That'd be dope. I haven't seen anything about that. If you guys have seen that or have video of that, please send them over. Let's take a look at them. When Skepta acknowledged Joyner stepping up to the challenge, he was annoyed because he wants someone bigger and was mostly focused on Rocky. Makes sense, right? I mean, because Joyner Lucas is like the Piston Hunte of rap, right? He's got the belt. He's got the first belt you get. He even said he would only give Joyner a couple of bars in the track he was going to record sending for Rocky. We covered that too. We did get that part right. I didn't get that part wrong, Renai Tor, but I'm appreciating the edits. Further to that, Skepta said he dissed 7 people on Friendly Fire. Not sure exactly who it is he dissed and what the intent behind each different shot was, as he seemed to be emphasizing clash as a sport until Joyner decided to step up, and the track is still called Friendly Fire and talks about risking friendship in the clash turns to beef. Joyner and Rocky are definite, so that's known. And I guess Ebro and Ak could be a part of the 7, but they aren't MCs, which wouldn't fit the clash mindset. The Ozempic reference could be something, and asking someone to come uptown is a possible reference to an MC from South London to come up to North London, where Skepta's from. There's definitely a lot missing, but there's definitely a lot I'm missing, but the main thing is most of the track isn't about Joyner, which is why some things don't make sense to be aimed at Joyner because they're not. Good point. Very good point. Now, in my coverage of Joyner's response video, I talked about how Joyner was responding to the whole track. So I'm responding to Joyner reply to the whole track. But this adds additional context to all this stuff that's going on. I hope this is helpful. Don't get me wrong. I mean, don't get me wrong. We're not going to stop after this. We're definitely going to listen to the next Skepta joint that I missed because I am interested in that. All that being said, Skepta doesn't seem to have put much effort into the few lines aimed at Joyner. I think it was more acknowledgement out of respect for stepping up and bait to see what Joyner could do. I presume by now you have seen round 2, Skepta's response to Joyner Lucas, but I'm not sure if you will have seen an MC called Novelist, I do know Novelist actually, also responded to Joyner with a pretty reasonable track called Everybody Cares. Big shout out to Novelist. 1 second applause. I did listen to that one too. This is probably related to when Skepta said he would send 2 bars for Joyner and get another MC to handle it because it was beneath Skepta. Skepta possibly discussed with Novelist if he wanted to take over for him, but Skepta obviously felt Joyner's response was worthy of a reply. And Novelist obviously still wanted to join in. Also, Novelist is a good MC and isn't some daft lackey doing Skepta's dirty work because he's lazy. He would have stepped in more than willingly and not because Skepta needs help, which he doesn't, and not for clout. So it's also equally possible that Novelist decided to respond on his own anyway. There are 2 more humorous entries to the UK versus US situation. One is by comedian Munya Chua as his satirical, posh, upper-class rapper known character Unknown P. The other is a slightly crazy sin for Eminem by Big Zoo. I saw that. I don't think I'm gonna respond to it. And the beat sounds like something that might get flagged, so I'm not even sure about that either. Let's see. Who started as a rapper like his cousin AJ Tracy, but also does comedy and cooks on TV. I have quite a few other thoughts about the UK versus US debate that I hope you might be interested in, as I'm not seeing people talk about them. The thoughts vary from UK rap scene's view of itself, how it's viewed by the US, and its relationship with Drake, as a few other things. If you would be interested in discussing them, I would be more than happy to. Thanks so much for all you do. Keep being a passionate, thorough, and dependable voice. Thanks again. P.S. Not sure if you have any way to reach out to Joyner or Skepta, but you talking about them with this would be very interesting. I think it would be too. Maybe I'll reach out to them. Let's see if they want to talk about it. 1 second applause. I appreciate that. Renai Tor, thank you for this email, for all this additional color you have added to this. So now, as you can see, that the Friendly Fire track was at A$AP Rocky, perhaps 5 other people, and then there were some bars in there at Joyner Lucas. We covered Joyner's response, which is one where he was using the Drake flow and responded to a lot of the bars that were coming out of that track, not just the ones that seemed more directly aimed at him. Particularly, he did reply to the Ken and Ryu bar as well. Okay, we did it. Now we're here. I have to remember to put a chapter on this, let you guys know when the review actually starts. Okay, so now here's Skepta's round 2. Lot better than Friendly Fire. So let's check it out. What do you think of Joyner? Shit. What do you think of shit, Joyner? That's funny already. Second applause.
What do you think of Joyner? Shit. What do you think of shit? Joyner. Thank you. That's all right. Boston.
Yeah. Big Smoke. SK. This ain't even a UK-US thing. It's me and you, Jonah. You get me? We fell for the bait. Let me show you how to clash.
Ooh, fell for the bait trap. 1 second applause.
Now you're the bitch. You said there weren't a debate. Now everybody's in 2 minds. Man, on my word, killed you with 2 lines. It took a week for the weakest diss. Whoever giving you info needs to resign. Ain't safe out here.
It took a week for the weakest diss. Whoever giving you info needs to resign. It did take him a while.
A debate. Now everybody's in two minds. Man, on my word, killed you with 2 lines. You took a week for the weakest diss. Whoever giving you info needs to resign. Ain't safe out here. This a fucking clash. You're on the front cover trying to get your face out there. Take off the flag. You don't hold weight round there. Round 1 could have been yours. You bastard gave it to you on the plate. Man, you know me, I'm reckless, little bitch. All you had to do was finish your breakfast. Instead, you drop a track full of cap. It's hilarious. Said you didn't want to do it, but you practically begged us. You know I don't hit women. I'm sexist. Tory don't care. He was beating you senseless.
You know I don't hit women. Sexist. Tory don't care. He was beating you reckless. 1 second applause. That's what's interesting with Joyner Lucas. Now, Joyner Lucas, he also dropped a project last weekend, so he's been in rollout mode for the past 4 days promoting his new album, ADHD 2. And not a bad listen. Not a bad listen at all. Joyner fans will love it. And so, but Tory got into Tory Lanez and Joyner Lucas clashed years ago, and I think Tory got him. No disrespect to Joyner, as he can rap, he's talented. I just think he's of a different cipher, so to speak, when it comes to these kind of moments. And Skepta is reminding him right now. Skepta is saying, Tory don't care, he was beating you senseless. Now, if Joyner Lucas, think about this, if Joyner Lucas loses to Skepta, then Joyner might be the first person in American hip-hop history to lose to 2 rappers not from the US, to 2 international artists. When I call Joyner Lucas the Piston Hunte of rap, a lot of you guys get really mad at me. But it is accolades like these that make me feel like Piston Hunte. It's the first belt you get. Joyner could clearly rap, but Tory Lanez, I'm with Skepta on that. And this track, we'll see where it go. Let's see where it go. But if Joyner, already this is better than what Joyner dropped last week. So if Joyner loses to 2 international guys, that's Piston Hunte territory, people.
Do it, but you practically begged us. You know I don't hit women, I'm sexist. Tory don't care, he was beating you senseless. The gloves came off, sent you to the dentist with your own flow. Hit you when you're living, you're legless. You wanna label me anything, call me relentless. Kill you by myself, I don't need the Avengers. Show you the ropes, and after I murk you, you're really gonna hope nobody remembers. Friendly fire was a jab, had to give him a tetanus. Now I apply the pressure until he surrenders. You ain't been Tottenham, you don't know.
I love that. Friendly fire was a jab, had to give him the tetanus.
Friendly fire was a jab, had to give him a tetanus. Now I apply the pressure until he surrenders. You ain't been Tottenham, you don't know the members. You ain't got a catalogue that's as cold as Skepta's. What the fuck is a Joyner Lucas?
Let me know about that. Does Joyner Lucas have a colder catalog than Skepta? Let me know what you think about that in the comment section. I'm very interested in the answers to that.
You ain't been Tottenham, you don't know the members. You ain't got a catalogue that's as cold as Skepta's. What the fuck is a Joyner Lucas? My name's Big Smoke, so you know that my chest got loads of mucus. I spit that.
Well, see, it's stuff like that. It's stuff like that I think is just a cultural difference. What the fuck is a Joyner Lucas? My name is Big Smoke, so you know my chest got loads of mucus. Right? Okay. Like, it's just, I think it's a cultural thing on that. Because the way the beat drops, it sounds like that's like a haymaker, you know what I'm saying? That's like a point of emphasis, but my name's Big Smoke, so you know that my chest got loads of mucus. It rhymes. Let me know what you guys think about that bar. I'm not gonna give it a tomato, but it's stuff like that that's just a cultural disconnect that where it might go harder on the other side of the pond.
What the fuck is a Joyner Lucas? My name's Big Smoke, so you know that my chest got loads of mucus. I spit that crack, make a rapper get vexed, wanna phone the shooters. No substance in your flows, you're useless. Course I'm gonna kill him, I got no excuses. Even America don't wanna hear your impersonations, you're a nuisance. They left you on skid row, fungal infection in your big...
Even America don't wanna hear your impressions. I know where he's gonna go with this, because there's a lot of artists that come from the Eminem stylistic tree, or people that are coming from, that you can say are directly inspired by Eminem's flow and Eminem's style and approach to things, right? And I think Joyner Lucas is one of those. I think he's one of those guys. I think Joyner Lucas is one of those guys that comes from the Eminem tree. Obviously, like Tom McDonald comes from the Eminem tree, you know, MGK comes from the Eminem tree, Hobson comes from the Eminem tree. There's a lot of people that come from the Eminem tree. And I think Joyner Lucas is one of those. And I think that's where Skepta takes this.
wanna phone the shooters. No substance in your flows, you're useless. Course I'm gonna kill him, I got no excuses. Even America don't wanna hear your impersonations. You're a nuisance. They left you on skid row, fungal infection in your big toe. Sorry, I know business been slow. Left you spitting your shit flows and ripped clothes. Doing your Slim Shady karaoke, it's a shit show. I said that I'm a winner, I'm
doing your Slim Shady karaoke, it's a shit show. We used the Drake flow in the last track. And to be fair, Joyner Lucas has more styles. But that is where he came from. Like there's a lot of Eminem in Joyner Lucas.
Left you spitting your shit flows and ripped clothes. Doing your Slim Shady karaoke, it's a shit show. I said that I'm a winner, I meant it. You only make hits rapping from another guy's perspective. Now the gas in it saying you ain't.
You only make hits rapping from another guy's perspective. Joyner Lucas ghostwrites quite a bit. He writes a lot for will.i.am too. That's funny. That is funny. 1 second applause. You can say that about a lot of artists, but like it's funny in this context.
I said that I'm a winner, I meant it. You only make hits rapping from another guy's perspective. Now the gas in it saying you ain't nothing to mess with. And I'm like, ain't this the guy that you neglected? Left him for dead broke, sleeping on benches. Top 10, top 20, never selected. Said I wanted to clash with somebody respected. Album's out now, guess he needs the attention. You got no influence and no aura. Look around the world, see a million Skeptas. I do it.
You got no influence, no aura. Look around the world, see a million Skeptas. That just flows. I like that line too. 1 second applause to that line. Because that line is one of those lines you could just say to anybody at any point in time. You know, you got no influence. You got no aura. You can say that to, you go to get in an argument with somebody at 7-Eleven. You ain't got no influence. You ain't got no aura. Why you out here hanging outside 7-Eleven like this? 1 second applause.
On benches, top 10, top 20, never selected. Said I wanted to clash with somebody respected. Album's out now, guess he needs the attention. You got no influence and no aura. Look around the world, see a million Skeptas. I do it for the underdogs and all the psyched out niggas in the world that can see the pretenders. I feel like Andre 3K, they're making fun of my accent, but I'm winning this either way. I feel like an outcast, cool cause they could never outclass me. I have the last laugh and sometimes I feel like a masterpiece. No limit, it's all of me. Who gonna laugh at me? I get money, I feel like 50. I put a stop to the jokes now and I keep a young buck with me. Keep it rap, nobody wants a buck 50. ADHD 2 out now, Joyner, tell your manager to get in touch with me. I don't do free promo, so fuck with me. You can ask Devilman how.
So that's a rebuttal too. I mean, last time Joyner said, if you just wanted to feature, you should have called me. That's one of the things that he said in his track. And so Skepta that part right there is rebut. The ADH2, you know, you have your manager hit me, you know.
I get busy, have my young G's run up in your house with a Mizzy. I can't believe I'm dissing this guy, like who is he? I know nobody cares, but you sound like Drizzy. I'm triple platinum.
Nobody cares you sound like Drizzy. That's a rebuttal too, because the last track he was using the Drake flow. And so, the Eminem reference, because Joyner has rocked with Eminem. Like Joyner technically, from a technical standpoint, I mean, incredible. But then he used the Drake flow in this last one. So Skepta's rebutting a lot of things that we've seen so far.
I'm in America, it's time I bring in a trip list. Tried to scare me, said he was a lyricist. I'm the teacher giving out certificates. Teach you how to get away with murder trust. Your Viola Davis, you learn from us. You gotta make sure that your bars are tough. Keep punching until the ref says enough. Forget the funny stuff. Keep Islam at your mouth. You can't bring Hunte to a bad man. You don't know where your lady is. My lady's with me chilling in a kaftan.
See, it's stuff like that. That's another one of those culture ones. You don't know where your lady is. My lady's chilling with me in a Afghan or Kafka, whatever he says. It's another one of them. Like, just stylistically, culturally, though there's always going to be a disconnect for stuff like that. I'm sure that goes harder on the other side of the pond. Over here, it's like, you don't know where your lady is. My lady is awesome.
I don't wish I was anything else. I'm a British Nigerian black man. Why would I wish I was you when you want to be Eminem? Blood, you're the black stan.
Why would I want to be you when you want to be Eminem? You're the black stan. He said, I'm a British Nigerian black man. Why would I want to be you when you want to be Eminem? You're the black stan. All right, Joyner gonna have to say something now. Joyner gonna have to say something now, especially because Joyner got that song talking to the guy with the MAGA hat on that did not go over well. Okay, that did not go over well. Joyner gonna have to say something now.
You're just a fan, so I'm spinning you round, then I'm sitting you down. You're trying to get info, you've been ringing around. I grew up on YouTube, got millions now. Can't cap on my name, haven't you figured it out? Since 14, I've been living the dream. Fans addicted, cause I've been spitting that morphine. See me in your dreams, and I already know what you're gonna say, cause you got snitches on your team. Said I'm on drugs, and I'm like,
boo, I already know what you're gonna say because you got snitches on your team. How much? It sounds like Skepta paid attention to the Shakespearean shakedown. That sounds like, have you ever thought that OVO was working for me?
LOL, cause nobody's known me to sniff. Said that I'm broke, but the Virgil Maybach alone proves you don't know shit. Said I wore a dress, more internet lies, and I'm like, please show me the pic. Can we please just come with the facts so we call it 2-0 and I'm over with this? How you drop a track full of cap? there on the plate. Nobody cares, sounded like back-to-back from Alibaba.
Sounded like back-to-back from Alibaba. 1 second applause. That's what we talk about, sounding like the Drake flow.
You got personality disorder, bro. Come with the facts, not rubbish you found on the internet, it's over. I've been laughing at you bots for years. If it ain't facts, I'm not hearing it. 2-0, I'm gone.
All right, I think Skepta, this is a lot better than the first one. I'm gonna give this one 7.7 second applause. Joyner gonna have to say something. Now, there's an update. Big shout out to No Life Shaq. He was pointing this out today. This is from Joyner Lucas. I'm 4 days into the release of my album. I've been on my promo-ish. I finally got some time to listen to Skepta's new diss track. It's up. It should be up. It should be up because this one, I mean, honestly, the first one, especially with the email that I got pointing out a lot of different things, maybe Joyner shouldn't have said that one. You know, I guess he could use it because he is got an album to push right now. This is the season. 'Tis the season to be battling. I love it. I love it. We got East Coast, West Coast stuff, or rappers from the East Coast versus rappers from the West Coast stuff. Now we got cross transatlantic stuff that's happening all in the shadow of this Shakespearean shakedown. We got all the beautiful, beautiful things that Clips was saying about everybody on Let God Sort Them Out. Why not have Joyner Lucas jump in the fray a little bit? But I know now he got to have something to do because Joyner Lucas cannot be the first rapper to lose to two different rappers from other countries. Okay, you can't be losing to Canadians and British people and expect people not to think about you as the Piston Honda of rap. You can't be rap's Piston Honda. That is exactly rap's Piston Honda territory, to be honest. And I don't mean that as a diss. I mean it as a praise. But this is going to be very interesting to see what Joyner says next, because this track, round 2, is way better than what Joyner did round 1. And I think Joyner is in album mode. Joyner's a crazy rapper, incredible lyricist, great storyteller, got a lot of flows, works really hard, earned everything he's accomplished, right? I'm not ishing on Joyner Lucas. I'm just saying this particular sphere, over here, he could not be the first guy to lose to two guys from two other countries, okay? You can't do it. Let me know what you guys think about all this in the comment section. My name is Justin Hunt. Like and subscribe to the channel. Follow @The Company Man on everything, including The Company Man podcast, wherever you listen to podcasts. It's all happening.
Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. The mathematical breakdown of this mighty game of rap we in. It's boom bapping. Systematical culture views that's radical, it's all happening. Shaking hands and dapping it. Life through the lens of hip hop, from trip hop to yes, dog, you don't stop, you don't stop. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening. Justin Hunt is here, it's all happening. It's all happening, yes, it's all happening.